What's up, guys? It's Lee Moto, and today I'm here to give you guys some good news and some bad news. Here on the channel, we've had to do a little bit of restructuring because of what's been going on in the world with COVID-19 and shipping delays, and people's schedules being weird and messed up and stuff like that, as well as financial reasons. We have had quite a bit of a time trying to get all of the Fireblades parts delivered, as well as some of the custom stuff like the powder coating things. Took a pretty long time through no fault of either of the powder coaters. It's just the way the world is right now, as well as some people's family lives changing a little bit and have to allocate their time elsewhere. We all have jobs, full-time jobs that are not YouTube, so it's just one of those things that has happened. So we as a team, or what is left of the team, have decided that the Fireblade is going to need to kind of take a break for a while until we can get what we need to be able to start putting content together. So in the meantime, I had a great idea and a really random opportunity to obtain a bike that we could easily make content with, so that we can produce stuff for you guys, and it all be motorcycles. Yeah. I know you guys are going to say, I can feel the judgment through the camera right now. Lee, don't you have enough bikes? Why don't you get one fixed first? Yeah, well, whatever, okay? That's not what I did. I went out and I got this thing for a really good deal, and it was a really random opportunity. Someone just messaged me and said, hey, I know you rebuild bikes, so would you be interested in buying this one? So I'm not going to tell you how much I got it for, because I'm not throwing numbers out there. But I did get it substantially under Blue Book, with enough room for the $1,800 that it's going to take in parts to get this bike back together. So what this bike is a 2011 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. It's not the 636, it has the 599 in it. It is a ZX6R only, and it was low-sided. It was low-sided on a road around here that eats bikes, very famous for it. It wasn't a high-speed low-side either. It was about 30 miles an hour. Some of the people that I ride with were there. They saw the bike go down and they knew what happened. So this is the damage. We're just going to start at the back and we'll go up to the front. So first and foremost, you can see this nice little whale tail sitting here. It's not supposed to be like that. No, it's supposed to be there. But took an impact on the tail, bent the subframe bracket. We have a new one of these already. It's not an issue. It smashed the old exhaust that was on it. I got it right here. Smashed it up, put a big dent in it, scraped the crap out of the side. That stupid thing used to go there like this. Now there's a new carbon fiber M4 on it. I have done a little bit of work on this bike before filming, because I had to see what parts I had to order, so that when we started filming this and I started putting this content together, it wasn't like a bit by bit. This is still going to be a several day video, but we're going to try to cram it into roughly enough time that you guys don't lose interest in it. But took an impact here. This is already in. This is going to get replaced. Taillight took a little bit of damage on the brackets, so we had to get a new one of those, which is cool because I got an integrated one. And a little bit of scratching on the tank right there, a little bit. Gonna have to smooth that out, maybe put some compound on it, which is fine because I'm gonna have to replace the tank anyway. I don't care for this green. I know a lot of people like it. That's fine. It's not for me. I'm gonna go with a more neutral color. The concrete gray is what it's called. You guys will see it when the fairings get here. That's one of the pieces that aren't here yet as of today when I'm filming this. But low side, all down here, crack in the blinker. And as you can see right here, this is the bad one. That is not supposed to go backwards like that. The forks are bent. The forks are toast. So we got new forks, the whole front end actually. The bar end took a little bit of scrapes. Fairings are broken. The mirror, got a new mirror already. And the lever's broken. A lot of this stuff is already here. Everything is not yet. So Enough of me ranting and talking. Wait, one more thing. This is what interests me in this bike so much. 3,200 miles on this guy, and it fires right up. I actually rode this bike from, you know, there up onto the lift, so it runs under its own power. It starts and drives. Has 32 miles. There are 3,200 miles on it. Good tires. Really, it's just cosmetic and a little bit of structural, if you consider this structural. I think this is not structural at all, because as you can see, it's a bracket that bolts right off. This is your actual subframe. So, no frame damage at all. Clean title, already been transferred. Just a steal of a deal. So, now, without me talking anymore, let's start fixing this bike. These screws are tapered, so it has a channel that it has to go and sit into. But that's how high the tail is supposed to be. This is where we're supposed to be, and this is where we were. I mean, night and day difference. So now the tail end of this is actually going to look the way it was supposed to when it came to the factory. But what you can see is I have the tray on here, and I took this tray off. You might not see it in the time lapse, but I took this tray off because this has a broken bracket right here. It's an eBay part. It is what it is. But also, all these cables and everything are already routed and ran through this one. So I'm just going to take this one off, put this one up there, bolt it in there. So that was the long, tedious process of getting this tail all back together. So this is what the bike pretty much looked like when I picked it up, except this tail nosed down real hard. And when you do this kind of thing, you find things you didn't think of before. Like the seat, I already knew was damaged. The fairings I already knew was damaged. The new fairing kit comes with a solo cowl. I'm not worried about that. What I didn't take account for is this underbelly right here. So this underbelly, you see, is a lot of road rash right there. The tabs have been broken there. This is all supposed to suck up real tight like that. And this, I believe, is supposed to be inside of this lip. So these two pieces are probably going to have to be replaced. I say probably, but I mean definitely. Like there's no question. That's what it is. So what we were going for tonight is this tail. Let's see if I can get up here, get you a better view. This tail was like this. And that was an issue for me because that's not how it's supposed to be. You can see the tail is almost perfect. And that leaves only the tank to paint, the fairings to put on. Oh, there is a rear set issue too. I did already know about this and I did already order it. I just forgot to mention it earlier in the video. You can see this peg is ground completely down to nothing. So it's bent pretty bad as well. You could probably still get away with it. I don't know, let's see if it sets it off. I mean, it still works, but it's all bent up. I don't want it. I'd rather have the nice ones that we got. The front forks came in while we were sitting here doing the stuff on the back. The front forks came in. Everything up front is completely ready to go. This mirror's not going to get replaced until the fairings come in, because why put it on if you're just take it right back off. That's the new mirror sitting right there on that chair. But yeah, that's the tail section of it. And I actually think that's going to do it for tonight, because YouTube's not my full-time job. I have to go to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna call that a night tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna get right back at it. I think tomorrow we're gonna attack the front end and getting that situation sorted out. I said short because I'm thinking about what I found here. That's no good. That's why the blinkers aren't working. So luckily the front end I came with all new wiring and everything. It is literally a whole front end. But yeah, this bike's gonna come together real quick. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, day 2. We're gonna attack the front end today. And what I mean by attack the front end is, that one's not that bent. It's more twisted. You can see it from up here. Yeah, it's kind of This one on the other hand is really that one's bent real bad. So we're gonna take this bad front end on, we're gonna put this good front end on, but the only thing we're replacing is those forks. That stem, top triple, all that's staying on. I'm gonna look at the axles to see which one's better, and the best axle is gonna go on. But that's what we're doing today. Getting these icky forks off and those good forks on. So I'm going to try and do this the most complicated way that I possibly can. True Lead Moto spirit. And I'm going to try and do this with the fairings still on. I don't know if it's going to end like that, but that's the way we're going to try it. So. All right, so in true Lead Moto fashion, I get the bike done for the most part. Still got some tweaks to make on it. New forks are on, and you see the bars are a little janky a little bit. It needs to be straightened. And lo and behold, this strange aura comes floating down the cul-de-sac, and it's none other than Neko.
Hello everyone. How are you guys?
So I guess Neko's gonna help me button up some of the little final things I want to do here. I want to get the levers on. I might even take it for a spin just to see how she rolls. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys, day 3. And again, I can't really say day 3. We worked 2 days on this, and altogether about 5 hours. I'm doing this after work, so it's not really a full day's worth of work. Today we're going to focus on whether or not we're going to be able to straighten the suspension without changing the bottom triple. The bottom triple may be bent, I don't know, but in order to get a better look at it, see what's going on there, I'm going to take the side fairings off and then try to do my adjustments from there. I'm going to try my best to keep the front fairing on. It gives us somewhat of a reference point with this peak right here, but we can't truly trust that because this bike was hit on that side. So it's going to give us a better idea of what's inside of there, what's going on. A big reason why I wasn't too concerned about this from the get-go is because a lot of this in here is plastic. So it would be broken instead of bent like say aluminum or steel. But we're gonna tear into it regardless, try to figure out what's going on. I also had a headlight issue where one of the headlights isn't working. I've checked bulbs are good. So now we're gonna start following wiring once we get these side fairings off. And the first thing is getting this up on the rear stand so we can figure out what exactly goes into getting these side fairings off. So, the camera died, and I didn't have time to change the battery before I realized that it died. So, yeah, this is where we're at. So it turns out this piece, this bottom triple, is actually kind of kinked. It's a little bent up. So what I've done here is with a 400-pound test strap and a 1,200-pound bracket, I have rigged up a way to lift the frame and the engine, the rest of the bike, up off of the front end. And right now I'm taking off the brake calipers because I forgot to. That's the only thing that's holding this front end onto the bike right now is these calipers. So let's hope I don't destroy a radiator. Whatever. I don't know where we're at. We've already done the shakedown. We replaced the front end. We replaced the subframe. We swapped over the tires and the brake rotors, and we fixed whatever that brake issue was. Still haven't figured that one out. And one of the last things we have to do before we're waiting on just cosmetics like the rear sets, the fairings, the levers, those kind of things, is to get this license plate mount built. And the reason I'm building this instead of just buying one off eBay or something like that is Most of those will still be modified for what I want, because I just want something that's simple that doesn't have any reflectors or any blinkers, because the integrated taillight is in the bike now. So this is going to be super simple. I mean, it's just the license plate bolts right here. There's a bend right here, and this is what bolts to the bike. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the angle grinder with a cutoff wheel. We're going to cut the general shape of it out. Then I'm going to put it in the vise. I'm going to smooth it out and make it look rounded and pretty. Drill some holes in it and make the bend. And she should be ready to paint up and bolt onto the bike. So without taking too much time explaining more, let's just get to it. Spider webs in here. Really look at things more before I go sticking my face in them. This is the wrong places in life. Yeah, safety first. And second and third, or I don't know, whatever you want. Alright, so we're going to use this VHT roll bar and chassis paint. I've used this on a lot of stuff. The reason why, well, stuff like this, and the reason why is because it's really tough paint. I've had really good luck with it. We'll see how it works as a tail bracket color. So this is what we're left with. Not bad. I mean, definitely looks like it was made in the garage, but it's $6. $6 versus the 40-ish that you're gonna pay ordering one off of even eBay, just a cheap one and somebody made it somewhere. So now we're gonna try and see if we can make it fit on the bike. So we don't have any bolts. So for now, we're going to do the jigsaw thing. And we're going to put it on with zip ties. And there you go. License plate bracket, $6. I don't think I could have asked for a better outcome. I mean, that's exactly the look I was going for. I might bend it up a little bit more. It is a little bit flat down for my liking, but that's also the benefit of having this setup is I can bend it just fine. I mean, didn't hurt anything, didn't break anything. It's literally just sheet metal. So that's it. Let's put the toolkit back on, get the back seat back on, and we're really done until the fairings show up. And I think I'm gonna do this in one video. So if you're seeing this is the end. I appreciate you making it this far. And the fairings and the levers, the rear sets, those are all cosmetic upgrades. So when all that stuff happens, including this bottom piece right here, I know some of you have probably been looking at this and it's being like, oh, that drives me crazy. Because that's exactly what it's been doing to me. It's driving me crazy. So when this undertail fairing right here shows up, I just bought a new one. I'm hoping that it didn't come with the fairing kit that I purchased, the actual gray kit, because I don't have two of them. I wasted $36. But when all the visuals show up, I'm going to do a separate video of actually making it look really pretty. It's completely roadworthy now. We fixed the brakes, we fixed the front forks, we fixed the front wheel. We fixed the subframe and the tail. We've gotten the bike completely roadworthy. We've done a shakedown, and I think it's time to move on to just cosmetics. So, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you could leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. These are all free things that really help creators like myself be able to market ourselves better. So, if you've made it this far, please like, comment, subscribe, show some love, share it wherever you can. I'm going to be making a lot more content, a lot more frequent now because of some of the changes I talked about in the beginning of the video. Expect more from this channel. There will be a lot of content coming. And thanks again.